Allied Services Friday Night Rivals, presented by Tom Hesser Dealerships, is on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome inside John Hens's Veterans Memorial Stadium. We're in Peckville, Lackawanna County. Tonight, it's a conference crossover matchup as Berwick from the Wyoming Valley Conference takes on number 10 Valley View from the Lackawanna Football Conference. Pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Ide. Welcome to a beautiful night for high school football in northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Week number 2 here on MyTV WQMY. Joining me, as always, former Tunkhannock area coach John Seachak.
Thank you, Bob.
Amanda Kuhl will be on the sidelines. And Coach, not many coaches changes in the offseason, but one of the big ones was at Berwick, where they welcome back an old alumni.
Wow, bringing Mike Bennett back, trying to restore the roar down there for the Bulldogs. He was a great player for them, went on to a very successful college career, and now last week he started to show glimmers of what Berwick could be, and we'll talk about that in a second.
Well, Berwick could be a very good team. They led Southern Columbia last week 14-0, but the Tigers came out roaring out into the second half after a long lightning delay, and Berwick ended up losing that game. If Berwick wants to get back on track tonight, they need a big game out of our Santarelli & Sons spotlight player, Spencer Kishbaugh.
6'2", 220 pounds. Kent State going there. He's a great receiver. He had 1 touchdown, 124 yards last week. More importantly, defensively, he had 9 tackles, 6 solos, 2 for losses. So he's a key to their offense and defense.
Valley View, meantime, lost to Crestwood 20-7. They didn't play very well. Their offense has to come alive tonight with our other Santarelli & Sons spotlight player, Connor Hilling.
Connor Hilling, last year he rushed for over 800 yards, had 18 touchdowns. Last week, the Crestwood Comets stymied him to only 46 yards. So they're going to have to count on his legs and that offensive line to get him moving to help Adam Hawanitz out.
Well, we spoke to both coaches during the week. You watched some film, so give us some keys to the game. Brought to you by Tom Hesser.
Well, we'll start with Berwick. Coach actually challenged his team. He wants them to be able to see if they can move on from last week, and they want to be able to now to deal with Adam Hawanitz, and Valley View runs that multiple offense just as good as anybody. That's what he was concerned about. Now, for the Cougars, Coach Hawanitz said he wants them to cut down on the mental mistakes, and he really, really wants to see the confidence come back and the swagger for the Cougars.
The Dogs have not beaten the Cougars since 2010. It's a 6-game winning streak for Valley View against the Berwick Bulldogs. It should be a good one here tonight. It's Berwick and number 10 Valley View next.
You're watching Allied Services Friday Night Rivals, presented by Tom Hesser Dealerships on MyTV WQMY.
Here come the Cougars trying to start with a 1-1 record and not go 0-2 for the first time since 2016. They'll take on the Berwick Bulldogs, who showed up a little bit late, but we'll talk about that later on. Well, it's the first night and the first game on the new turf here at Valley View. It's also the last first game for George Hawanitz. And to more on that, let's go down to Amanda.
Right, Bob. It is week 2 of Coach Hawanitz's farewell tour. Last week, he's coming off a tough loss to Crestwood. You know, he's only lost back-to-back in week 1 and week 2 3 times in his entire 16-year coaching career. I talked to his son, Adam Hawanitz, the starting quarterback for Valley View, and he said last week's game, they had very few positives to take away from it. But all of those mistakes were fixable, and he said we should expect to see a much better team out there tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people were stunned last week at the final. The Comets beating the Cougars. Cougars came out a little flat with some new players, but it seemed like, not the Valley View team that we expect to see here tonight. Let's talk about the Dogs. They showed up late, so they had bus problems leaving Berwick. They got a new bus. They got caught in the traffic on 81 North, and who hasn't, right? Then they go to the high school instead of the field here. You said you've been in this position. They get a full practice in, full warm-ups. We're starting a little bit later. So as a coach, how do you focus your team?
It's really difficult because the kids are – oh, we're getting national anthem.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. So let's go to our national anthem now. On the field, Valley View's Ethan Shimoleski singing tonight. With tonight's national anthem. We'll have a coin toss. Well, let's bring up the thought I just said to you. Berwick showed up late, a lot of problems. How do you focus your team now if you're the Dogs and Mike Bennett?
Well, first hurdle is it's an away game, and Bob, as you mentioned, we're coming up 81 and everybody's got stuck in the traffic. All you can do is control what you can control, and both Valley View and the officials, they want to make sure Berwick's ready to play. So you try to tell your kids, forget about it, but they're kids. And as a coach, your blood pressure goes up because you're trying to make sure everything sticks to that time schedule. So it's been an uphill battle for Coach, and I feel for him. I've been in that situation. It's not fun, and we would hope that right now that the Berwick Bulldogs can put that aside and come out playing great football.
There are tonight's referees. Jason McDermott is the white hat. There you see the rest of them out of District 2. Berwick won the toss. They deferred. So we'll see the Valley View offense first, which struggled last week with just 71 yards on the ground, 36 through the air, 107 total. And I can't remember the last time I saw a Cougar team that only had 107 yards in one game.
It really was a false impression of how Valley View is going to be this year. They were battling some sicknesses last week. They had some new kids in there, and they were waiting for somebody to step up. And that's why Coach Hawanitz really wants that confidence and swagger back.
Hey, if you're at home or you know someone, call them now. You can also watch this game if you're not on MyTV WQMY on WQMY Facebook. Or you can go to our Fox56.com, and we're streaming it right there. So we're going worldwide tonight, Jan. Well, we do all the time.
We do all the time.
But, this is a good one. I think last time we were here, Valley View beat them 2019, 21-0. I think we're going to see a better game here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. We watched Berwick last week against, the perennial state champs, Southern Columbia. They had them 14-0 at the halftime. And then that lightning strike, and that just allowed Coach Roth and his staff to really make some adjustments, and the kids from Berwick sat back, and there's the kickoff.
Luke Peters kicks it off right to the 11-yard line. That's where Valley View will have it, up to about the 21. That's where we'll see Adam Hawanitz coming off a knee injury. Missed half a season a year ago. That's what he has so far, and that's what he did last week. He did have one interception. I think we're going to see more out of him tonight.
We're going to see a much different Adam tonight. Like I said earlier, these guys, the Valley View, talking with a couple of the different assistant coaches, they felt that they just didn't play. Obviously, they did not play well, and they need more production out of the offensive line to give Adam that time to pick apart defenses.
The defending District 2 4A champs from 12-2 a year ago beat North Pocono here in that game. So first play of the game, it's a positive one for the line and for Hilling. He's up for about an 8.
Well, the Bulldogs just went into it like a double eagle where they take the tackles and bring them down. So they really went center. They covered the center and 2 guards. And Hilling did a nice job reading that and bounced it right off the left tackle.
Call it 2nd and 3 now. Berwick's defense did play well in the first half last week, but they gave him 47 points in the second half, 322 total yards to a very good Tiger team. We'll see if they come together here tonight. From the shotgun, first run of the season for Hawanitz. He gets a yard, and that's about it. Now let's check in now with our starting lineups, brought to you by Tom Hesser. As we talked about Hawanitz and we talked about Hilling, but Gino Barone, when they have a fullback in there, the sophomore will be right there. The receivers, pretty good. Dom Mimo, who was the quarterback last year in the second half, he Jules, their leading receiver. And there's the receivers, Jewel and Pizzalia, and then the offensive line. We'll talk about them. Evans, Kasserine, Wasilchak, Kasserine, their brothers, James and Jacob, and Kasuba is the right tackle. So our first flag of the night might be a go against the Cougars. And what'd you notice from the offensive line? The size, and they had to replace some people this week.
They did, and they're averaging 237 pounds across the board. And that was number 4, unfortunately, Kyle Rupp, that was jumped a little bit anxious to get the play going. But again, the defense is 223 pounds, the 4 guys they have from the Berwick Bulldogs. But again, both these teams are pretty evenly matched in terms of their size and strengths.
Watch out for number 4 on the defensive side. He seems like he's all over the field. Awanich tries to find a hole. He cannot. Taken down by Schneider, and it looks like the Cougars will have to punt. So a good series for the defense.
They really, I'll tell you what, they're 4-4 defense, and again, they're playing man-to-man with Kishball. Obviously, he's their best defender, taking away their best receiver.
Jacob Nielsen is the punter. He's also the place kicker. Trey Wilk, a speedy guy, back to receive this. It's a low kick. Wilk gets away from it, and so do the Bulldogs. And they'll finally down it right around, it's called the 34-yard line of Berwick. So we saw Hawanitz, and we'll see another returning quarterback for the Berwick Bulldogs, and that's Matt Lachinsky. As a senior, had a good week last week, maybe a career day. 248 yards and 3 touchdowns last week against the Tigers.
He really did. Against Southern Columbia, we watched them scrimmage with Valley View. And Southern Columbia, everyone's like, they lost this guy from last year. And they're just a machine down there. They plug them in, and they're really good. But this young man, Lachinsky, last week really did a nice job for the Bulldogs.
Last year, he threw for a high of 138 yards against Williamsport. Had a little bit of couple of problems while he was playing up here at Valley View, but let's see if they rectify that. Here come the Dogs. And we have another flag and another illegal motion. So when they played last year in the playoffs, Valley View held Berwick to 44 passing yards and 47 run yards.
Well,
so that was a very good Cougar defense, though, last year.
It was very good, and obviously players have changed. They've got different kids in there, and they're trying to establish themselves. Right now, they've got 2 seniors and 2 juniors, so you know that the 2 defensive ends are the young guys out there. And inside, Kondash and Altieri are going to be the anchors for the Cougars all year.
So they're going to a 5-wide set, trying to spread out the Cougars. Here comes the blitz to Laczynski, and he's taken down in the backfield. Big sack by Zach Stowinski, the sophomore, with 7 total tackles last week. All the way back to the 22.
Well, you saw right there, just coming at outside backer position, and talking to Coach Wasilchuk before the game, he said in order for the Cougars to be successful, that he's going to have to dial up some pressure, and he did a great job, and that was a nice one to set them back. Now, second in 20 yards.
Gowinski, part of the Scranton Prep freshman team that went undefeated last year, transferred back to Valley View in the starting lineup, and they see why right now what kind of talent he's going to be.
He's going to be a good one.
First handoff goes to Ryan Bankus, the senior. Not much there, a yard at best. And here is the Tom Hesser starting lineup for the Berwick Bulldogs. We talk about Bankus and Laczynski. DeAndrews, the fullback when they use it. Number 33, the receivers, very good. Kishball, Zlobinski, and Wilk, very good, as I said. And up front, well, this is always a question mark at Berwick. Snyder, Hartman, Carroll, Andrews, and Shookers.
Well, the Bulldog all-line averages 240 pounds. They've only got 2 senior players up there, 2 juniors and a sophomore. So, and Chase Shuckers, 245, playing right tackle, is the only sophomore.
This is Bo Sheptok, the sophomore. Positive yards, but it's going to be third and really long for Berwick. Valley View's going to bring in their nickel defense.
Well, they're trying to, here's just that off-tackle play they like to run. They're trying to run that zone outside. And again, gang tackling with the Cougars. This is shaping up. It's a boxing match right now. They're all just taking their jabs at each other to see what they can work.
My bad, that's 4th down. I corrected. Wilk back to kick as the punt team that's coming on. Hilling and Jewell. Looks like Koharski and McLean, back. Good return up to midfield. Jack Kovac, number 26.
Need a fence? Call Fences by Bob. They do it all. New fence installation, existing fence repair, plus porch rails and decks. Call for a free estimate, 570-309-2326.
Nothing, 7:14 remaining in the first quarter. This one got a little bit of a late start because Berwick's bus had a little bus problem, some traffic problems. Berwick got here a little bit late. So they started, even though we were here, going to start late, a little bit later than that. Big hit in the inside on Hilling. And it looked like number 16 shot in Hawkins, the junior, with a big hit in the backfield.
They just ran that little trap inside. You'll see this great job with the replay right in there. And number 59, Jacob Kasserin, was the pulling guard on that, leading up in there for a short gain.
Talking to some of the radio guys from Berwick, watch out for Tristan English, number 34. You see him on the field. Death in the family, played last week. They said he's going to play at full strength tonight. And you watch him, he's going to be very good, number 34. Hawanet's back, and he's going to be taken down for a sack. Alex Hacker, his first sack of the season, and it's 3rd and long.
Boy, the defensive end, the left defensive end comes screaming in here on Hawanis. He had nowhere to go. He was being flushed into the pack right there, and a great job by Alex Hacker, 5'10", 200-pound senior.
So both defenses playing pretty well here at the Cougar Den. Both backs now will shift out to the wing. Hawanet's back. Trying to set up a screen or something, and Hawanet's comes up for about 4, but that looked like a broken play. Were they trying to set up a screen? I saw a lineman downfield.
I did. I saw that, and it looked like they engaged and were letting go, but the offensive line was getting pushed back, and you'll see this on this great replay right here. Look at 78 pushing the center all the way back. Not good. That's not what you want to see as an offensive line coach.
Maybe a design run for Hawanics. So Nielsen back to kick again. Wilk at his 20. We've had a couple punts off. They're faking it. Oh, to the up man. And it's positive yardage. Jalil Fear with a big gain inside the 20, and George Hawanics pulling out all the stops. A fake punt on 4th down.
That was a great call. Look at it. It just was perfect. They're at midfield, really nothing to lose at that point, and they gained so much, and that puts them close into the red zone there right now.
31-yard gain. Jalil Fear, a senior tailback, was the up guy, and he took it down 31 yards, and Valley View is inside the Allied Services red zone now. Berwick blitzing. Hilling stood up, loss of 2.
I'll tell you what, number 78, Liam Carroll for the Bulldogs, the junior, he just blew that up, and there was nowhere for Hilling to run on that. I like that fake punt. Coach said he wants to bring that swagger and that confidence back. And what a way to tell your kids, I believe in you. Give them that confidence with that fake punt.
So the defense for Berwick, one of their mainstays last year in the 7-5 season, being tested here. And we're going to have break?
Timeout.
Break. Okay, timeout. 4:30 left in the first. We'll take a timeout ourselves. Scoreless here at the Cougar Den.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals on MyTV WQMY. It is scoreless here with 4.5 minutes to go with Valley View and Berwick. Joining me now is Army National Guard recruiter Sergeant Bates. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me. I'm actually with the Active Duty Army. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Can you tell me what your role is here at Valley View?
So I'm currently the Army and Army Reserve recruiter for Valley View High School. I'm just here interacting with the community, dispelling any myths they may have, and just having a good time.
What's something that you want the community to know about your students here at Valley View?
Right now, they're killing it, so hopefully they can keep it up and definitely come out with a win over Berwick. So hopefully that...
How's that recruiting going for you in the school?
In the school, they've been nothing but helpful. I've been talking with some students. They've been interested, and I look forward to seeing them enlist in the future.
Awesome. Thanks, Bob. Back to you.
Thank you, Amanda. And on 3rd down, the short of the first for the Cougars to the 11 inside the Allied Services red zone. Let's see what Coach Hawanics, does it go to Jacob Nielsen for the field goal, or does he leave the offense on?
Again, nice job secondary-wise by the Bulldogs with the coverage. The offensive line gave Adam time, and they also opened up a hole, and that's why Adam ran that ball, and he got some yardage, but not enough for that first.
So on 4th and 3, the Cougar offense will stay on the field. A big one here.
They're going to have to call timeout, I think, because they're, Coach, was he?
No, they just got it off, and I mean just trick play. No, Let's see. Everyone stops. Let's see. No, there is a flag down. The timekeeper in the back called delay of game. Yep. Boy, that was a late flag, but it looked like they were going into some trick play with Don Mimo.
And Coach Wasilchek said last week that's what they scored on. So, again, they're going to try to get that confidence and swagger back up here in the Cougar Den.
Okay, they'll bring the field goal team out. This will be Nielsen. He's 1 for 1 on the season. Let's see, he'll be at the 23. So a 33-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is good. No flags, and the Cougars, off a fake punt, convert, and they lead with 2:43 left in the first quarter. 3-0.
Here we go to replay again. Snap was a little low, but they got it up and it just went up through the uprights to give the Cougars a 3-0 lead over the Bulldogs.
Well, George Hawani's being aggressive tonight, as you might expect. Nice crowd, beautiful night for high school football.
Great to be back.
Yep.
And, I mean, that COVID stuff hit us pretty hard, hit everybody hard, and it's just nice to see packed stands here. And looking over at Berwick brought their band tonight, so great night for Friday night football.
Absolutely. Checking some scores from around the area, nothing surprising. Top 10 teams winning. Southern beating Shamokin.
Pretty easily, yeah. I saw that. 23-0, yeah. I believe.
Prep beating West, trying to rebound after last week's loss, 20-0 now. So Nielsen, after the field goal, will tee it up. Trey Wilk back to receive with Bankus. Good high kick. And it looks like this is Bo Sheptock with some moves. He got some speed. The sophomore tries to get outside. Nice tackle out there by Christopher Safkoff, the junior. And here come the Dogs again, now trailing 3-0. Back out to the 26.
Here's a shot at Coach Bennett, the new Berwick Bulldog coach, and he's done a real nice job getting these kids back in focus and understanding how important Berwick football is to the community and the school.
First season, as you mentioned, played some at Syracuse. Has a little George Curry in him, he said. Not much. You'll see some multiple formations, but he, asked of that on media day, how much did you learn from George? And obviously,
oh my gosh,
the late George Curry was a big influence on him. He was a longtime assistant for 11 years under 3 head coaches, and now he is the head man trying to restore the lore. Sheptock breaks a tackle, and it is a Perfect Storm Renovations first down for the Dogs. Gain of about 12.
On that right side of the line, number 75, Jack Andrews, and number 64, Chase Shuckers, did a nice job at the point of attack, reestablishing the line of scrimmage to allow Sheptock to gain that great yardage. He's a speedster.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've seen him in the track, and he's going to be a really, really good one for the Bulldogs.
Had a touchdown last year. Ben Knorr was the big back for Berwick last year. He's graduated, so they're trying to find that tailback. And the sophomore cuts through up to the 43. Now, this Valley View defense got torched last week against Crestwood's, what do you call that offense they were running?
Single wing.
Single something? Yeah.
1920s. And again, nice job in there. They started out with a wing left, and they brought the tight end and the wing over to went unbalanced, but then they cut back to where the strength used to be.
Of course, Berwick last week, 2-hour rain delay, lightning delay with Southern. They led at the half. It's straight to Wilk, and Wilk, another speedster. He's out in the open. Wilk down the sidelines. No flags. 57-yard scamper for Trey Wilk, and Berwick's on the board.
Nice counterpunch to that field goal. This is a real nice job, well-executed play by the Dogs. You'll see it right here. They went unbalanced again. This is something George Curry used to do. He was notorious for just trying to get that extra man in. Look at that stride. Look at the burst he has. Nice job. And he gets in there, stand-up touchdown.
They do have some burners here on Berwick, don't they?
They do. Their track team has been successful.
So the left-handed kicker, Peters, is up, and it is through. So Berwick answers after a field goal from Valley View, and they lead now by 4, 1:35 remaining in the first quarter. So tonight we have two 4A teams in District 2 here that we expect to be in the playoffs. The two other teams, which we'll see later on in the year, Crestwood and Dallas, are battling tonight in the back mountain. Those are the 4 teams, and then maybe North Pocono that we expect in the playoffs later on down in November in this 4A. This 4A is wide open, where Valley View maybe has been very good, Crestwood very good, and here you see Wilkes again.
Wilk again. What a great run.
But I'm saying Berwick's going to be there this year.
They were. And talking to Coach Arcangeli up at Crestwood, this was back in late May, asking him what his thoughts were. Who did he suspect would be good? And he said, obviously, the district, it always goes through Valley View. And he always refers to Coach Manello as dad, because I actually coached Ryan with Coach Manello back in the day. And he also said Berwick. He said the guys down Route 11 are going to be really good this year.
Well, Coach Bennett has them believing, and you would think even though they lost last week, they have to have some confidence.
Well, that was one of the keys to the game. Coach wanted to see how they could move on, and do they have what it takes.
8-0 Dallas in that game in the first quarter. So Peters, little pooch kick. Taken at the 18. Zafkoff up past the 35.
School's back, which means college football is back. Tomorrow at 3, UTEP battles Oklahoma, only on Fox 56.
So Valley View, now let's see what they can do with their offense. Remember, they were stopped, but pulled out a surprise fake punt from midfield, led to the field goal. So Hwanitz comes back out. Ran for only 17 yards. His pass is off the mark. Trying to hit James Liparulo, the senior, off this cut, and it went over his head.
Well, Adam had time to throw that ball. I thought it was a well-thrown ball. Again, sometimes when the receivers are coming out of their break, they don't snap their heads back, get their eyes back to the cue, and sometimes that's what's going to happen. But, again, I thought it was a great call for a first down. Now they're thinking, Berwick's got to think, okay, they're not afraid to pass either.
Toss to Hilling, tries to get to the outside, lays a hit on Sheptock, and another hit late. Cougar fans want a flag. There is none. Gain of 3. Let's take a look at the Tom Hesser defense that started tonight for Berwick. You see Snyder, Fell, Shookers, and Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski 6 total tackles last week. The linebackers are very good. Kishball last week at 9 total tackles. And then in the secondary, there you see Wilk, Hansen, Sheptock, and Banks. So 3rd and long. Hwanitz back, chased out, kind of sidearms it and tries to hit Jewell out there, and off his mark. Good defense by Hansen, and the punt team's back out for Valley View, and the Cougar offense struggling here in the first quarter.
That's 2 plays in a row. Number 15, he's going to come from the right of your screen, everybody. He's been putting pressure on. There he is. He's the one that got that hit on. Right now, Alex Hacker, it cannot be blocked. They tried doing a power with him, to him, and he just couldn't get reach. I mean, the Cougars couldn't reach block him, and he shut that play down.
Flag down. Good roll for the Cougars up to the 17, but with 1 minute exactly. Let's see what the flag is. It's on the sideline, so I don't know. Don't want to speculate.
Maybe a sideline warning. I'll tell you,
Could be.
Kishball put a lot of pressure on that punter that time, coming off the edge. Not holding.
So there you see the call. Jason McDermott, the referee, making that call. So I will back up Berwick even more. Well played first quarter, kind of feeling each other out. Berwick playing well considering they had got off the bus late. It's literally off the bus late.
Well, they obviously they knew they had a grudge match. And talking to Spencer Kishball at the media day, he told me that last year he circled this game on his personal calendar because they really want to come back and show that they're a much better team than they were last year.
So a chance now for the Cougar defense to pin Berwick back. They're at the 9. Single back. Inside run for Banks. He gets some positive yards. Call it about 4 past the 10.
Yeah, they lined up in the double tight. They went what they call a nub fullback, where the fullback then lines up between the tight end and tackle, or actually anywhere in the gaps on that offensive line, and that's where they ran to.
Two seniors, 2 juniors on that Cougar defensive line. Watch out for A.J. Kaharski on the outside, number 18, a linebacker. Had 5 total tackles last week against the Comets. Thanks again. Big hit put on, up to the 16.
Nice job by Dylan Walsh there and the rest of the Cougars flying over there, reading that outside stretch play, and they just shut it down. Nice job by the Cougars.
So that will do it. 1 quarter in the book here in Peckville. The visitors lead 7-3 in Peckville.
Welcome back. After the first quarter, Berwick and Valley View are tied 3-3. Joining us now is Toby Grisenda from NEPA Builders. Toby, we talked last week about your project, Raising the Roof. Can you remind people at home what your project is and what it means to you?
Sure. Raising the Roof is a project that we're doing with 84 Lumber Company and NEPA Builders to come together and give away a free roof replacement to a family in need.
It's an incredible project you're doing and a great thing for this community, but this community in particular means something extra special to you. This is a home game for you. You played here. What's it like to be back here tonight?
Yeah, it's awesome. This community means so much to me. I mean, we have one of the best matchups in Valley View history here with Valley View and Berwick, so it's great to be here, and this community it raised me. It's now raising my kids and my family, and we're really excited to bring this in front of Valley View and let everybody see this so that they can be a part of this and try to help somebody in our community if we can.
Awesome. Toby, thank you so much. It's incredible what you're doing. Bob, let's get back to that game.
Bob-eyed, Jan Cechak in the booth, 7-3 the score. Berwick, you saw, picked up 3 runs by Banks and got a first down. That's a big one. Considering they started at their own 9.
Give them a little bit of breathing room right there.
Back to the ground. Good push by the offensive line. Positive yardage still.
Well, this is a steady diet of Bulldog ISO play. That's all they're doing. The fullback's just a little bit offset in front of the tailback, and they're just taking it right in there. You see a great job, the offensive line getting up underneath the defensive line of the Cougars. So for the Cougars to be a little bit more successful on that defensive line, they've got to stay low, keep the pad level low, and start to reestablish that line of scrimmage.
Berwick trying to pick up another perfect Storm Renovations first down. They go to the air. Lachinsky has time. Looking. Finally goes over the middle, and it's going to be well short. And it was Wilk running down the field. Sheptak also out there, but Lachinsky felt the pressure. So third down now. Call it 7.
You'll see they went into their one-back formation. Pump fake there. Didn't like what he saw. Again, another pump fake, and then I think that was desperation just to get rid of it, not to take the sack. So smart play. And again, give the Cougar secondary a lot of credit for not allowing any completions at this point.
Valley View trying to get off the field on third down. Lachinsky back. Gets it out. That's Sheptak. With room, picks up a perfect Storm Renovations first down up past the 30 to right at the 30-yard line. Gain of 10.
Sheptak's coming off the field. He looks like he's a little dinged up. Great play right here. Good job with the pass protection. The running back actually does a nice job picking out the outside linebacker on the blitz, and Sheptak spins to the inside, gets that key first down.
So the offense for the Dogs stay on the field. Back in the middle, the line gets a nice push. Gain of another gain of 2. You know, the one thing so far we don't see that George Curry used to do is just the multiple formations and moving out of the one formation, and we don't see that yet out of this Berwick team.
Oh, I'll tell you, George was a master at that, and sitting and listening to him at clinics, explaining that he'll run 4 offensive plays that go to the right, to the left, but he's going to hit you with 12 different formations. And you have to defend him, because if you didn't, he would then overlap someone somewhere and take advantage of it.
Haven't seen that on the Dogs left yet. Play action. Lachinsky drills it into the sideline, and let's see if they call, and they do. No, they call it incomplete. He dropped the ball out of bounds. I think that was Hansen who couldn't hang on.
They run a naked bootleg right here. Play action goes to the left. He rolls back to the right.
That's the play previous. So.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say.
That's the Sheptak play.
Yeah, that's not.
That's okay.
Now people will be tweeting and posting, what is he talking about?
Well, George Hawanitz knew. He was right there. He was making the call for the referee. Yeah. So third and long now again. Dogs already converted a couple of these. Third down so far on this drive. So anything, they're letting the clock run. Here comes the blitz. Gawinski takes him down. He throws the ball. Was anybody there? And is that grounding? Now the referees will talk.
Well, that was one of the things this year they were talking about. We have a down.
I think that's Glowinski.
Yeah, he did a beautiful job coming in, containing. But that was one of the points of emphasis at the referees meetings that they have. They really were trying to establish something about the, intentional grounding. On that one, you saw there was a receiver in the area. He was in between the tackles. So I don't think there's going to be a flag for it.
No, I think they put Jason McDermott says, no, there's a flag. He just threw it.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope Zach Swolinski is doing okay down there. They have his helmet off. Yep, it was intentional grounding. So that's an automatic loss of down. So the Bulldogs should be punting then. He's only a sophomore, 5'11", 215.
So we hope he's okay.
Yeah, you never want to see anybody down on the ground.
So the intentional grounding will move the ball inside the 15 to about the 13. Hey, we'll take a quick timeout. 7-3 the score.
Need a fence? Call Fences by Bob. They do it all. New fence installation, existing fence repair, plus porch rails and decks. Call for a free estimate. 570-309-2326.
So Glowinski stands up. Hopefully he's okay. He was down a while. The sophomore is playing really well. Already had a sack in this game. But fourth down now with the loss of down on that. And Wilk will punt from his own end zone. Oh, off the side of his foot. And Valley View will have excellent field position. Right at the Berwick Bulldog 42-yard line. So that's what you do. They get it at the 9, you hold them, and that's what you expect. You want good field position. That's right into the Cougars' favor.
And it was a great snap, and he just shanked it off the right side of his foot. And again, now let's see how the Cougars respond to this. They're starting to gain a little bit of momentum. Now they've got that great field possession. Here's the replay. You'll see that right there. He had his toe pointed straight up in the air, and the placement just went on the right side of his foot. And smartly, the Cougars got away from that.
So let's see if the Cougars can take advantage now of this field position. Oh, they're trying to throw a pass. Berwick's not fooled. Harrison Snyder's right there to meet Mimo. And I think Mimo was going to throw it.
It looked like he was trying to stop back out. Again, a little trickery. They're pulling out some stops tonight, trying to keep that confidence going. And again, Berwick, great job not falling for it. And they even had great coverage on the receiver.
So loss of 9.
Good discipline by the Berwick Dogs.
Puts the Cougars in their own field position, the 49, their own 49s. Plays are coming in late, 5 on the play clock. They get it off. Hawanitz tripped up in the line of scrimmage. Looks like shooting in was Alex Hacker, the senior. Just got his shoelaces.
He just slapped at his foot. Again, that was a design quarterback keep. Again, Bob, that was a key point you brought up about the plays are coming a little bit late, so they're rushing at the line of scrimmage. And that really hurts the players more than it does the coaches at that point. Flip, and again, you see Adam gets stuck up in there. He just sniffed that out. Great job. He's been all over the field tonight. That was Robbie Nolan, the junior, 235 pounds, 6'1".
So the Bulldogs.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. The
Dogs'
that was
defense.
Harrison Snyder.
Oh, sorry. We'll get back to that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bob.
The Dogs can get off the field. Here comes the outside rush. Hawanitz with room. He's going to be well short of a first down. Up to the 37. So if you're George Hawanitz, what do you want to do now? You go for it on, let's see, what is it going to be? About 6 yards, 4th and 6?
Well, I think George is going to go for it. Why not? There was, again, tremendous pressure. Number 15, Alex Hacker, is just killing him on that outside. And he's flushed Adam out. There was nowhere for him to throw. He didn't have time to. I mean, right now, Bob, you asked me, he's at the 37-yard line. Again, he could punt, corner kick it, and to make him work harder, or he gets another play action right in here.
5 yards to go on fourth, and they're going to call a timeout to discuss. I think you're in no man's land. You can't do a field goal. It's going to be way too long. And a punt, I don't know if they do that. So it's a DKB transportation timeout. So talk about the plays, getting in the plays. It seems like Valley View's a little out of sync, getting the plays in and out. You know, as you said, I think they're rushed a little bit.
And again, I'm not sure what the delay is in terms of getting the play in at this point. But again, you can see the frustration on the kids. They get frustrated because then the pressure, it's more pressure on them to try to get the play off and execute it. So if they gave it to them with 10 seconds left, they're fine. But again, it's been coming in at 5 and 7 seconds. So that really makes it a little bit more difficult for the offense to start executing.
7-3 the score. A field goal for Valley View was countered by a long run for Berwick. And that's where we're at right now. Berwick trying to win here, the Cougars, Dan, I think for the first time ever.
Wow. And you said
since 2010, they've lost 6 straight. I think 4 of them was here, maybe 3. This turned into a little bit of a rivalry. Both programs are, well established. Anytime, I remember the first time Valley View went to play Berwick, it was like a huge thing. So on fourth down, Awanitz has time. Sends it down, and it's almost picked off. Good job by Hanson, the sophomore. But fourth down, it will go over on downs to the Dogs.
Well, again, they're getting pressure from the right side of the line. And 78 right there does a nice job. That's Liam Carroll again, the junior, coming in and just putting extra pressure from his defensive tackle spot.
Well, Valley View has to find some offense. Ever since the first half last week, they have just looked out of sync on the offensive side.
And we know that there was a little bit of sickness going on, with some of their key players. And again, it takes time to get yourself back physically. And maybe that could be part of it. It could be also part that, like I said, that the coaches they're great coaching staff. They just got to get that play in quicker.
Toss, Sheptock. Nice move. Uses his speed to get the outside. And he's got a Perfect Storm Renovations first down out near midfield.
Again, they go with toss left, and number 15, Jamie Hyde, for the Cougars, came up and he stopped his feet. That's one thing. See how he stopped? He waited, and that just did. Sheptock just did a nice little shake and bake on him.
Going to be holding against Berwick, so that play goes for naught. Tough call there. Good job. This is in favor of the Cougars here. Back Berwick up now, but continue to be first down. 6:31 in the second quarter. So it's back to the original line of scrimmage on first and down. I think the holding must have occurred near the 50.
It did. So it's a spot foul.
Spot foul,
they take it back from the infraction spot.
So it's like the play never happened.
And it's first down still, yep.
Same place at the 37. Inside give to Sheptock. Good tackle out there by number 5, Dylan Walsh for Valley View. Minimal gain.
What I liked on this is the defensive end takes this fullback on. Look at that. Inside, he blew it up, and he forced Sheptock back to the left-hand side where all his help was from the Cougars. Nice job.
Walsh, senior, 8 total tackles last week and 1 sack. One of the positives coming out of that Crestwood game. Bunch of movement up front. Let's see who this goes against. Maybe Lachinsky using the voice inflection a little bit.
Prior to the snap, offsides, number 99 defense, 5-yard penalty, replay the down.
Unfortunately, Robert Altieri was the one drawn off sides with that hard count. And as a defensive line coach, you always tell you guys, you go deaf. Just watch the ball, watch the ball. But it happens. It even happens in college and in the pros. So it's really hard to take that emotion out of the game.
Berwick comes out on the tight end to the near side. Run blitz by Valley View, and they stand him up. Banks trying to get somewhere, but Dylan Walsh again to make the stop.
Yeah, well, Dylan Walsh is having a great game because of number 57, Steve Holleran, the junior, 6', 225 defensive end, is doing a great job. He is absorbing and blowing up plays. You'll see it right in there. And again, he's came off the block and he comes in there. Nice job.
Robbie Nolan also there, number 71. Under 5 to play here in the first half. All the scoring occurred in the first quarter. Shinsky back, has plenty of time. Finds his receiver, Wilk. It's going to depend on the spot. He's going to be yards short. 4th and 1.
Nice coverage by A.J. Koharski right there. Nice job. Again, what I like what the defensive line just did on that, they did a twist move up front to try to confuse the offensive line. Nice coverage right there. Look at that. Right there. That was a great throw. I mean, that's tough to break up when you're going. You can't go through the receiver to get to the ball.
So Berwick calls a timeout. Now Amanda has a bunch of friends down there, Amanda, and I know there's some big smiles.
That's right, guys. Tonight's Dr. Todd Smile Camp. I've got the Valley View B team led by Jack and Kaden. Jack, excuse me, what position are you, Jack?
Linebacker and running back.
And Kaden, what position are you?
Running back.
Tell me, what is your favorite part about football?
Winning the game, just having fun.
Nice. Well, guys, good luck this year. Big smiles.
Well, they're the future Cougars and Dr. Todd Smile on cam. Thank you to Dr. Todd. So that's a DKB transportation timeout and called by Berwick. Are they going for it on 4th and 1? Leading 7-3. Coach? I'm not the coach.
I'm delaying. I don't think he's going to.
I think you punt it.
I think he's going to because
I
mean, honestly, Berwick's defense is playing well. The Cougars are struggling offensively, so pin him back. He still has, and Coach still has 2 timeouts. Coach Juanes only has 1. So, yeah, I would corner kick it myself.
I agree. Kick it. They're not. What do we know?
Well, you know.
He believes in the offensive line. Maybe tries to draw them offside. Let's see. 4th and 1. Quarterback sneaking. He's a big guy, and he has a Perfect Storm Renovations first down. Lachinsky, 217-pound senior, off the left side, and actually gains about 3.
Well, Coach Bennett said one of the keys to his game with the players this week. Here it is. Look at this. He just gets a nice explosion off the left side of that offensive line. Quarterback just follows it in there, and he gains 5 yards. That's good for him. But Coach Bennett really wanted to see if the guys from Berwick have what it takes to move on and to be successful. And he challenged them, and they're rising to his challenge right now.
Stick to the run game. They do. It's Sheptok. Nice push by the line. Give him about 3 or 4. Second effort there inside the Cougar territory. And, you know, Berwick's just going to eat up this clock now with a 4-point lead and see what happens.
And again, they're reminiscent right now of the glory days of Berwick football. They're just going to pound you, punch you in the face, and try to just make you suffer.
He talked about the weight room. Both programs here are big on the weight room. We've done stories here of the weight room, a beautiful weight room here at the Cougar Den. Another big one down at the field, at Crispin Field. And, you know, the kids bought into the offseason.
Oh, nice play.
Big hit in the backfield. It's our guy, number 5, Walsh again. Loss of 2 by Bo Sheptok.
Nice read, you know, and I'm not sure if they dialed up a blitz. Look at that. He just came right through that A gap between the center and guard. They just lassoed him down.
Oh, this is where the Cougar defense now to rise. Need a big stop here.
Bobby, you mentioned the weight room, and again, it's key to any football program. And it's just not really contained to football. Some people have that misnomer. It's only for football players. All athletes need to be in the weight room doing what they need, core strength, and getting it going.
Big blitz and a big hit on Lachinsky. Gianni McIntyre, the first hit, is sophomore number 30. Berwick forced the punt. 2:12 left in the first half.
Gianni's getting a little bit of swagger back for the Cougars right now. Look at this. Flushed him right out. Great job by number 99 in there to get him. You want to flush him right into the pack.
That's Altieri. So loss of 6 on the play. And Wilk will be forced to punt. So the Cougar defense, who lost their 4 leading tacklers, rises to the occasion. Wilk, a better kick than before. High hanging over Nick Kaharski's head. And it takes a bounce, and it'll be right at the 20. 1:31 left. Valley View has 1 timeout. I'm thinking you're not going to take any chances. Maybe just go in 7-3.
No.
I like it. Be aggressive.
Coach Awanis is going to go for it. They're going to try to establish their run game. Let's keep it going. Let's get the confidence and swagger back on the offensive side now. Defensively, they're getting it back, and they're bringing it back, keeping them in the game. We saw that. I don't know if you watched the Penn State game last night. Everybody thought that's what Coach Franklin was going to do right before the half.
I did too.
I did. I thought, you know what? And then he came out, pedaled to the floor, and they scored, and it went in their favor.
Well, let's see if the Lions and the Cougars can match up. Inside, not much there. Hilling with the carry. Bruce Hartman with the tackle, number 65.
Kasserin and Kazuba for the right side of the Cougars are having a hard time moving people. They've got to stay low, maintain their leverage, pad level, and start moving their feet. They're stalemating, and that's why the Bulldogs are having a lot of success on defense.
I'd like to see a little more urgency out of the Cougars offense here. A lot of time wasted. Let's see if they go to play action. Nope, they go back to the ground and a big hit put on. Looked like Kishball might have been on the first hit, and boy, when he hits you, that is a man playing out there. We saw
really
him in
is.
pregame.
Wow, he really. I mean, Bob, you said we interviewed him, and he was a gentleman to us. Answered all our. Here's the replay right here. They're going with the ISO. They're just leading up through, and again, he just total team tackling going on right now for the Bulldogs.
That might have been DeAndrea too, shooting in. So timeout, Berwick, I think. Why not? On third down, make them punt. Maybe you break something. So that's a DKB transportation timeout. Bob I, Jan Cechak, Amanda Kuhl here at the Cougar Den. We're at John Hens' Veterans Memorial Stadium. 7-3 the score. Berwick leading.
And it's beautiful, the new turf they put in.
Yep, new turf. And remember, we were here for the Dream game, so that's the actual first game. But this is the actual first home game.
Yep.
Berwick, the schedule for Valley View is the first home game. So here's what Berwick has coming up. They have Abington Heights and Williamsport, Dallas. They're going to play a very good Danville team, Crestwood, Hazelden. Those last 4 games of the season will determine if they're in the playoffs or not, you would think.
You are absolutely correct. I mean, Dallas, we know, is always solid. Danville, huge this year. Coach Brennan has a loaded team.
Hawanitz's back with time, going to go long. Down the Jewel. And he got a hand on it. He beat Josh Kishball down the field. But Tahid Jewel, the senior, almost pulled that in.
That would have been an ESPN NFL highlight right there. That was the play prior, the ISO play.
So the punt team on. And the clock will stop. Berwick a little late getting on, but Wilk a burner. Back at the 50. High hanging kick. Good kick. Wilk not a fair catch. Brings it up through, and Berwick has a little bit of room. They're at the Cougar 47. 32 seconds left. 1 timeout.
Here we go. Here's that play, the pass play. Great technique right in there. Watch that. Oh, it was right there. Again, he was trying. I would love to see the Cougars in the second half come back with a bootleg action because Berwick is really flowing really fast and hard. They might be able to catch them with that.
Hey, one thing of note, Adam Hawani's does not have a completion tonight.
Which is unusual.
Which is very unusual, and something's going to have to be corrected at halftime. They're becoming one-dimensional. So Lachinsky and company, here they come. Leading 7-3, have good field position and a timeout left. They led at the half last week, but I don't think there's any lightning in the air tonight, so I think we'll be okay.
Please, Bob, don't say that.
Half a moon out there, that's about it. Wilk, man-to-man here to the near side. Let's see if they go to that. Nope, Lachinsky's looking left, and they didn't get the play off. What?
We got them prior to the snap, the game, against the defense.
I'm sorry, how do you get a delay of game when you just had a punt?
Bob, that's one of the questions of the age is why things happen.
That's
like
what the Berwick fans are thinking, like, what are you doing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And they've got a little bit of momentum, and that kills it right there. I mean, yeah, every offensive coordinator has a 1st and 15 on their card, but that's not where you want to be.
I think the clock actually rolled a little bit. They didn't put a second back on. Lachinsky back looking. Pump fake and almost picked off. Two receivers in the same spot. That's Kishball and Sheptok, but great defense over there. There you see the Cougars.
Those are two great receivers you want to get the ball to, but not in the same area. I'm sure at halftime coaches will be talking about it. You never want to have that. Where two receivers, because you're bringing two defenders in, and plus you got an outside linebacker that's going to drop the hook to curl.
Zafkov in there, and also number 14, Connor Schwartz. So the clock stops. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. And they get him. A.J. Koharski.
Nice
First
job by
sack of the season. Lachinsky couldn't get it away. And the clock is still rolling, and that should just about do it.
Well, that was Adam Weiss, who's the tight end, just couldn't handle the pressure from A.J. right there.
Well, let's see if this gives Valley View a little bit of momentum going into the half. Off a sack, and can they come back out in the second half? Berwick gets the ball to begin the third quarter. We'll see at that. Amanda trying to get Mike Bennett. His first season and his team winning 7-3. So a very good first half for Berwick. And they're leading at the half. Okay, Amanda, you have Coach Bennett. I know he was wanting to get his team warmed up, but they came off that bus a little late, but still lead at halftime.
That's right. Coach, an incredibly designed play on that touchdown. Is that something you saw from Valley View's defense?
Well, I think it was something that we saw with the defense, but it's more so our playmaker. Okay, we knew Dre had it in him, and we wanted to put him in that quarterback a little bit. So it's a little wrinkle that we had first week.
Right, Coach, struggling a little to keep up that momentum on offense. How do you change that in the second half?
Well, I tell you what, Valley View's doing a great job schematically, okay, blitzing with the right personnel, blitzing with the right formations that we're running. So we're going to have to go back inside here. We're going to have to get on the board and see what they're doing, see if we can block it up well.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Guys, you heard it from Coach.
Thank you, Amanda, and thank you, Coach. Coming up at the Toyota Halftime Report, we'll check in on the Fox 56 News first at 10, see what's coming up there. Amanda has a special interview with our main sponsor from Allied Services, and then Bob and Jan, that's me and you, will be back in the booth with some highlights from the first half. 7-3 your score here at halftime.
You're watching Allied Services Friday Night Rivals, presented by Tom Hesser Dealerships on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals on MyTV WQMI. It's halftime. Amanda Cool here, joined by Stacy Vidoc. Stacy is the Assistant Director of Custodial and Landscaping here at Allied Services. Stacy, can you talk to me about what you do here at Allied?
Sure. So here at Allied, I work in the vocational division, which is the division that employs individuals with disabilities. And my role is to do the hiring process and the onboarding process for those individuals. I do their new hire orientation and also some on-the-job training.
So I know a lot of people think with your job they have to work here in Scranton, but that's not true. Can you talk about where some of these jobs are?
Sure. So we have multiple contracts across Luzerne, Lackawanna, and Monroe counties on the Stroudsburg area, Tobyhanna, Avoca, and Wilkes-Barre areas.
So what exactly is the vocational division?
So we employ individuals with disabilities. We currently employ over 300 individuals across the 3 different counties, and our contracts include custodial services, landscaping and snow removal, photo license services, and masking and mailroom services.
What are some of the positions that are available right now?
Currently, we have both full and part-time custodian positions available in Stroudsburg and in Scranton, and also at Tobyhanna. And we do have various photo license technician positions available across different counties.
And I understand that you have a couple job fairs coming up. Can you talk to me about the job fairs or how people should reach out to you?
Yeah, so I'll be at the job fair in Stroudsburg at the Burnley Workshop. It's located at 4219 Manor Drive in Stroudsburg. And I'll be there on Wednesday and a Saturday, or all morning, and specifically hiring individuals with disabilities.
Awesome. Stacey, can you talk to me about what is so rewarding for you about working at Allied?
It's so rewarding for me, especially in the vocational division, because we get to hire individuals with disabilities and we give them a position and we work with them to provide a skill set, extra supervision, additional training to help them succeed in their positions, whereas they may not be able to work competitively out there in the competitive environment.
Stacey, thank you so much. Stick with us. We'll be right back with more football on Friday Night Rivals.
I'm Bill Conaboy. I'm President and CEO of Allied Services Integrated Healthcare System. On behalf of our 3,500 employees, we are thrilled to once again be a sponsor of Friday Night Rivals. I grew up in this community, and I know what high school football means to this community. We wish all the parents, the students, and the staff the best of luck in the coming football season.
Well, before the game, Athletic Director from Valley View, Chris Kiliani, accepting a check on behalf of Allied Services for $250. And as always, we love coming to the home of the Cougars. We seem like this is our second home. We're here a lot, the dream game, and then, of course, the playoff games over the last couple of years. So we are always happy to come to Valley View. Valley View's not happy tonight because Berwick's come a little bit late. They were late showing up, but they showed up pretty good, came out of the locker room, and they lead 7-3. This is not an offensive game, folks.
No, it's not.
It's a defensive game. Let's see what happens in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what. Both offenses are struggling, trying to find an identity. We know Berwick's going to try to pound the ball, and the Cougars are trying to spread it out, and no success. And their run game is really pretty much non-existent. So, I mean, I think we have the stats of
20 plays
yeah.
for 79 yards for Berwick, and 2 for 5, 84 total yards for Berwick, and 59 total yards for Valley View. So it's not an offensive game. A lot of mistakes and really a little sluggish.
Yeah, they really just don't seem, both sides seem out of kilter, and they're just got to start executing. Like I said, I would like to see the Cougars come out, do some play action pass, some waggles or bootlegs to get Adam out there in space to take that pressure away. And I know the Bulldogs are just going to keep doing what they always do. They're just going to try to pound the ball down their throat.
There are a couple of first-half highlights, so we'll go to that real quick before we get ready for the second half here. And both teams took the field on a beautiful night for football. And not much, as we mentioned, not much offense. A lot of Hawanites running.
Yeah, a lot of him getting flushed out and then gang tackling, trying to see if he's, maybe he's still in the back of his head. And again, it's a major injury he just suffered last year, reconstructed. You see, they're just flushing him out. Good coverages. Everything's just, the timing's just not there yet. Here we go now. Berwick right here. Watch this. Boom. Great job, Cougars defense, gang tackling. Again, everything is really a struggle offensively. Nice pump fake here. Looking. Nothing. And again, great credit this secondary of the Cougars. Now, we come back here. This is a nice pass and catch to Bo Sheptok, cutting back inside, gaining a key first down.
And this is the touchdown.
This is where they got 50 of their yards.
57 yards of 84, yeah.
So right there. So again, not a great offensive game by either team, but credit their defenses. Adam Hawan's looking downtown. Watch this almost go. That was a nice job trying to, with the concentration, one hand, trying to get that in. Here we go. Great
sack.
job.
Yep.
Great job by AJ right there.
That really helped Valley View have some momentum going into the locker room. Let's see if that can carry out now into the field. Berwick will get the ball to begin. There's the score at 7-3. Valley View, our 10th ranked team in our Friday Night Rivals. We'll take a look at the Friday Night Rivals top 10 a little bit later on. So far, so good. The only team losing in our top 10, I think, is Crestwood, and they're losing to Dallas 21-0.
Wow. Well, again, that's such a great rivalry game because, when the coach and the player are coaching against each other. But Coach Mill knows how to deal with that single wing.
Well, Amanda talked to Mr. Hawanitz, and what did he have to say about the second half for his team, Amanda?
That's right, guys. He said that they played hard, and offensively they're having some trouble up front and staying on their blocks. He said he thinks if they could just do that in the second, they can get some drives and maybe spin the score a little bit.
Yeah, that's what they're going to have to do. And first, they're going to have to stop Berwick and get that ball back. So, second half about to get underway, and Jacob Nielsen has it teed up at the 40. And this will go to, looks like, a Berwick player. That's Ryan Banks, as expected, and he's up past the 25 to the 29. So Matt Lachinsky comes back out, 6 foot, 217-pound senior. Last year, he threw for 840 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. But last week, as we said, He threw for 248 yards against the Southern Columbia Tigers. So let's see what he can do in the second half. There you see Coach Bennett. First season here, trying to get his first win as well. But, you know, a tough beginning for them. Not since 1972 has Berwick started 0-2.
Wow.
George Curry's first year. How about that for a stat?
You are amazing when it comes to that, his statistics.
Oh, wait, 1974. My bad. Big hole in the middle. Bo Sheptock shoots through. It's a figured law first down, and it's a gain of 14.
Well, that's what Berwick, like I said, they're just going to pound the ball at you, and they're going to make you pay the price. And by the fourth quarter, that defense is going to get really worn out. Nice job with the double team in there. Opened up that huge hole. And Bo Sheptock showing his speed and burst, getting in there and getting a huge amount of yardage.
I'm sure both coaches challenged their offensive lines in the locker room. Oh, fumble by Lachinsky, and he's lucky to get that one back. Altieri tackles him, excuse me.
Robert Altieri did a nice job getting into his gap and then playing through the block, and then look at that. He saw a free ball, tried to get on it. Nice heads-up play.
Back inside the 40 to the 39 go the Bulldogs. That's the first turnover of the night, and fumble of the night, and Berwick gets it back. We haven't had a turnover. Pull the guard, they bring it in the inside, and it's going to be carried, Bo Sheptock, to midfield. So bring up third down, and we saw a lot of that last night in the college football games I was watching.
James DeAndrea right there, number 33, does a nice job. Okay, they ran at power. They brought everybody to the right. And again, good heads-up play that he cut back inside Sheptock, and DeAndrea right there was helping push him along.
Was he pushing him or carrying him?
Well, yeah. He was helping his team. He was strongly encouraging them.
Okay, a big third down here in the third quarter. Just a couple minutes in. Valley View wants to get the ball back. Berwick trying to get this play off quick. Both teams having trouble getting the play in, and they're going to call timeout. So it is the second game, and it's a DKB transportation timeout. First timeout of the second half for either team. And again, getting the plays in and out, I don't know if they're going deep into the playbook, Coach, or what they're doing.
Need a fence? Call Fences by Bob. They do it all. New fence installation, existing fence repair, plus porch rails and decks. Call for a free estimate. 570-309-2326.
So as I was saying, Berwick called the timeout. Both teams struggling to get plays in on time.
Again, that's an anomaly that usually happens the first week, and we're seeing more of it this week, which I don't understand. Maybe they are going deeper into the playbook. Maybe they've changed the plays where they're longer. The verbiage gets crazy sometimes. I found the KISS method was always the best. Keep it simple. And, the first time out on the first drive in the second half. Coach Bennett, I hope, you don't need that when it comes down to 2 minutes left.
So Lachinsky, quarterback sneak, trying to pick up a block, and he does. He has a figure law first down. Flag comes in. This one's maybe coming back depending on the call. It is a holding against Berwick.
Number six white, block in the back. Number 6.
There you don't typically hear the call, but there you heard it. Block in the back.
That was the play prior.
Yep, that's the play.
That was the second down play. Third down play, it was a design quarterback keep. And they said Rowan Slabinski was the one that blocked in the back.
So third and real long now. That really cost Berwick. 3rd and 15. So Lachinsky had a figure law first down. Now they don't. So a break for Valley View. If they can hold here and get off the field, get that ball back.
Same formation as last play.
Here comes the blitz. Down the middle and in and out of the hands of Trey Wilk. And here comes the punt team for the Dogs. So, passing game, non-existent tonight for either team.
Now, we saw last year Scranton Prep didn't really have much of a passing game, but they had one heck of a running back, so they didn't have to worry about it. These teams don't have that London Montgomery type in the backfield, so they're going to have to be a more balanced team.
Oh, plus it's not pouring rain.
That's for sure.
Wilk kicks it down. Good carry there by...
And another flag.
And another flag. Marie, let's see what the flag is. And then we'll head down to Amanda. Holding against Valley View. So we'll take a quick here. Talk to Amanda. Amanda, more on Coach Bennett and his ties to George Curry. What did you find out?
That's right, Bob. I was looking up Coach Bennett, and you know what? In 1994, he actually suffered an ankle injury and was out for part of the season. Coach Curry said it was like having another coach on the sideline. He said in an old newspaper article that Mike is able to pick things up very quickly, and he has a brilliant football mind. And he said, quote, if he ever wants to come back to Berwick as a coach, I'd love to have him, end quote. And now here he is on the sidelines for Berwick.
And trying to bring back the Dogs' lure and aura. Trying to get this team a district title. They haven't had one since 2016. So here come the Cougars. Trying to get their offensive going. Under 100. That's not going to help. A host of Bulldogs shoot in and take Hilling for a loss.
Well, the Cougars come out trying to play, smash mouth football, going with the ISO play in there. You saw, and again, 15, fullback kicked out the defensive end, but the inside linebacker was left alone and dropped Hilling for a loss.
Mike Fell, the junior, took the tackle, made the tackle, and brings up second down now. Hawanit's back. Going to go long to Jewell. This may have worked before, and he can't make the catch. The same combination as before, Coach. Josh Kishball and Jewell going at it.
Well, he tried going back shoulder, and again, Jewell had to turn around trying to grab that ball while he's going full speed in the opposite direction.
So the sophomore on the defense. Here we see it again. Good throw by Hawanitz, though.
Good. Nice protection. Nice ball. See, he had a back shoulder. He had turned and come back for it. You see Coach Hawanitz like, yeah, come on. Let's get this going.
So now a third and long facing Valley View. Chance for Berwick now. They blitz him, and they take him down inside the 5. Senior Alex Hacker with the sack.
Well, he just pinned his ears back, and he went. And Hacker's been a pain in the Cougar side all evening. And, again, the running backs have to do a better job picking that blitz up. Again, they stop their feet, and that allows any defender to keep going because he's got full speed.
Well, Nielsen now in the back of his end zone. Not going to get the full 15. Short kick will maybe take it out of bounds. Trying. He does. From his 36. Trey Wilk. Good return. 15 yards up almost near the Allied Services red zone. And what field position? 7:49 in the third quarter for Berwick at the Cougar 21.
I like the way Wilk waited, patient for the ball, took it, and then did a nice cut back to the inside to gain that extra yardage.
So if anything, they're already in field goal position. Luke Peters, the lefty, has a decent leg. So Luczynski back out. To the eye. Play action. Over the middle, wide open. And a flag as Kishball makes the catch. He's down at the 10, but 2 flags in. And I think this one's coming back.
It is coming back. Bob, they must have heard us say, let's get some play action passing going. And it seems that every time Berwick does do a positive, it comes back on a mental mistake.
Yeah, Berwick, even in that first drive, that cost them. They had an illegal block in the back.
Yes, sir.
6 offense, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
So Slabinski had both of those penalties, the one possession prior and that one. And this one backs the Dogs up to the 26, but it remains first down.
And Coach Bennett obviously really frustrated with what the call was, but again, Slabinski has got to do a better job mentally, making sure he can get the blocks and do the right thing for the Bulldogs.
Sheptok trying to get to the outside. He does. Nice cut, and he goes in. No flags, and it's a touchdown, Berwick, of 26 yards. The sophomore with the run, his second touchdown of the season.
Here we go. They just go with the lead in there. That's the fullback leading up through. Look at the blocks downfield. Nice job. And Bo Sheptok just explodes into the touchdown, into the end zone for that. I mean, that was just a really well-designed play. Great job by the Bulldogs offensive line and running backs and receivers.
So the short field gives Berwick an opportunity, and they convert. 7:15 in the third. The Dogs now up 14-3. So Berwick has one play, and they go 26 yards after the penalty, and they up this lead now to 11 here in the third quarter. Our number 10 team, Valley View, needs to find some offense at home. Peters tees it up. High and long inside the 9.
Nice return by number 16.
I think that was Luparula, number 10. Let's go down to Amanda now on the field with a special guest.
Yes, it was 10.
A lot of purple here in the stands today, and that's in every stadium in northeastern Pennsylvania, and it's in support of a Hazleton cheerleader who tragically lost her life earlier this week. Joining me now is Ella Mattice, a cheerleader here at Valley View. Ella, can you tell me about what your community here in Peckville is doing to support the Hazleton community?
To honor the memory of Cassidy, as a school, we joined the community by our student section in purple and carried that throughout the stands. As a cheerleading team, we got purple bows and also wore purple socks. Apart from that, we hung purple signs and balloons throughout the stadium. Although I didn't know Cassidy myself, and the rest of the cheerleading community will always keep her in our hearts and honor her forever. Valley View supports her and her family, and you will always be in our hearts.
Ella, thank you so much, and thank you to this community and all the communities around northeastern Pennsylvania who are rallying around that Hazleton community.
What a great gesture by every school district in District 2. And our condolences to the family. Back on the field, Valley View picks up some positive yards, 2 runs by Hilling, and brings up third and manageable this time. But they need I think they need a first down, don't you think?
They do. That's the key to the game. We always talk about that week in and week out, Bob. If a team is struggling, just get the first down. Then the next one, and it just keeps coming. I like the way that Hilling is starting to run. The offensive line is starting to create a little bit of momentum for them, open up the holes. Let's see if they can get that key first down for the second half.
They're going to run Hawanic. He needs a block. He can't get it. And he's not very quick to get outside with that brace on. He's going to lose yardage, and I'm sure the punt team's going to come back on for the Cougars.
3 and out. Again, it was a design quarterback keep to the outside, but there's just too many white jerseys coming to the outside. They're reading it. They know it's coming, and they're just doing a great job shutting it down.
Just a loss of a couple, though, but it is going to force Valley View to punt. And Berwick trying to get people off. So the whistle blew a little late. Kishbaugh went in, and let's see what the flag is. Or let's see Coach Bennett going nuts. I think they had to call timeout. They could not get the punt team on.
They didn't have enough men on the field, and that's a frustration. And then again, week 1 kind of stuff that we're seeing, and we always talk in football circles that the biggest gains are week 1 to week 2, and we're seeing that. Well, Scranton Preps took care of it. They're doing a real nice job after their loss last week. So these teams are still searching for an identity right now, and they're trying to get that improvement from week 1 to week 2. Right now, the edge has to go to Berwick because of the way that they're playing tonight, with all the obstacles they had to overcome.
So DKB transportation timeout. Hey, if you're not doing anything, September 16th. Well, that's my anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary!
Yeah, but we will be in Loyalsock for Loyalsock and Danville. But hey, come up here to Peckville. It's the vets, past and present. They're honoring him here. It's a game against North Pocono, which is a rematch of last year's District 2 4A championship. That's September 16th. They're selling shirts online and everything right here in Valley View, honoring our military, September 16th. And it's blocked. Nielsen had a trouble with the ball. He picks it up, and he's not going to go anywhere in Berwick with a big play. They'll have excellent field position at the Cougar 28.
A little bit of low snap, and then he dropped the ball. And Berwick had that pressure coming in. And number 15.
Oh, he's having a great game, isn't he?
That is, I've said his name all night, Alex Hacker. Hey, I mean, I'd have to say, Bob, that he's up for one of the players of the game
absolutely.
right now.
He's been in on every play as a sack, and he made the block right there, and you see the tackle by Slabinski, and Berwick again.
Great field position.
Awesome field position. Trying to up this lead. They're going to come out on the Wildcat. Yes, the quarterback is right there on the near side. Into the Wildcat they go. I think it's Trey Wilk, number 7. With a hole, Wilk with speed. He shoots through up near the 21. Big hole by the line. And Berwick gaining confidence, I think. And we have a cramp.
Nice explosion right there. Well, the ball came out, but the official said it was down by the turf. We'll see it right in there. He comes in. The ball's up. He was down.
I think it was near down.
Yeah.
Of course, Wilk's brother,
Teagan.
He's great. He's tearing it up at East Carolina. Remember, we had him, and he was like the all-time interception leader for Berwick.
He broke the records.
Yeah.
I believe he also had Northeast Pennsylvania or the Wyoming Valley Conference record too, and he's doing the same thing down there for the Pirates.
Oh, the ball's on the turf. Sheptock caught it up. Let's see who has it. Valley View recovers. The Cougar defense comes up big, and Altieri. Yep, Altieri comes up with the ball.
Boy, talk about fundamentals right here. Bad exchange. Looked the ball in. Sheptock was leading it out. He put it on his hip. He didn't put it in his hands. And we always say bad things happen when we don't execute the fundamentals. The momentum that the Cougars need right now, they just got it. Now they just got to get that key first down and keep this drive alive.
Let's see if this wakes up the offense. From the eye. Hilling. That hole closed really fast. Can't go down.
Nice little rugby
Won't
scrum.
go down. Yep. A little push there, and they're out near up to the 28-yard line.
They just run this power off tackle. Again, pulled the right guard on that. That was James Kasserin coming in, lead blocking in there. They block down for the offensive line, allows that guard to come out, kick out, and again, nice job by Hilling on that one to gain 4 yards.
Now it feels like Berwick's coming out with a little bit of urgency, little kick in their step. Let's see if it translates. Hilling stood up.
Gets another
I
tough
think
3 yards.
Sheptock had that first hit. I think it was a Sheptock or Kishball.
Well, we know how gifted an athlete that Kishball is. You know, he's going to Kent State next year. He's just a great kid. We were talking about him first half, true gentleman. And Bo Sheptock is really starting to come into his own tonight, offensively and defensively. He's flying around the football field.
Still 3 yards on that. 3rd and short now facing the Cougars after the fumble. Five-man rush. Inside give. They give it up to the 35, and they're going to move the chains. That's a figure law first down. First one of the second half for Valley View. Let's see if they get things rolling now. Early in the third quarter, 14-3 your score.
Run the ISO play, and Hilling starting to now pick up where he left off from last year. They're starting to get a little bit of offensive push. Look at that number 59. Great job, Jacob Kasserin, in there on that double team to get up to the linebacker and allow that fullback to kick the linebacker, and he just followed him right in there.
Schneider almost went too quickly from his defensive end position. Took himself out of position to make that tackle. So after the first down, Hawani's back over the middle, and it is almost picked off. Trying to go down the seam to Rupp, the tight end.
They did cut blocking up on the front, the offensive line, where they go right down to keep the defenders' hands down and stop them at the line of scrimmage. And again, Adam threw that ball. Dangerous throw. There are 3 white jerseys right around him.
Kyle Rupp, a junior. Two juniors on the offensive line, 3 seniors. Some of them new players. Played a little bit last year. Trying to gel. Here comes the blitz. Hilling just tripped up, and if not, he'd be going down the sidelines.
That was Tristan English that came in there from that outside backer position and just tripped him up enough, and again, he fell. You could see the blitz coming in right here. Kishball, they all just bring everybody line of scrimmage, and he had it. He had that going, and Bo Sheptock fought off to make sure that he got that tackle.
So a big third down now with Valley View having a little bit of momentum. Jeff Wasilchak and George Curry talking. Scott Wasilchak as well, trying to figure out how to get this offense going. 4-man rush. Hawani's on the roll, has a receiver, and he's got it. A figure law first down, the Jewel. Big gain inside Bulldog territory to the 47.
Well, that's how you neutralize when you're getting so much pressure from defensive end, defense lines. Get your quarterback outside. And again, great strike right there. Nice job, nice connection. Again, 2 first downs right there. They're keeping this drive alive.
Hawani's first completion, 19 yards to Tahid Jewel. They have not been in Bulldog territory much tonight, and we have an official's timeout. Equipment problem, looks like by Billy Hansen. They'll bring him on and bring out the backup. They'll check that on the sideline. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Oh, we had jewelry on. That's a no-no.
You know, you take one of your starters out for something silly like that. That drives you nuts.
I know. Okay, a little jet sweep. And a big play by Liparulo, and he has a gain of 15. Another Figure loft, first down for Valley View.
Well, Bo Sheptock comes flying up here, and he actually let go because he would have been called for a horse collar on this.
He
right
knew
there,
it, yep.
he just stopped. And, you know, heads up. Great run, though, by number 10, Liparello. I mean, great job.
Josh Kishball with the tackle, but Valley View on the move. Their best drive of the night. Hawanitz looked back and then just took it himself. Not going to fool Berwick on that. No gain.
Well, they didn't account for number 71 on that play right there. Again, they're doing some things really well, and then they're just missing guys, and that's what the person they're missing is blowing it up for them.
I don't think they need to get a play off. They didn't even roll the play clock, so obviously it was under 40. And that will do it. 3 quarters in the book. The Dogs over the Cougars, 14-3.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals on MyTV WQMY. Every week we nominate 2 scholar athletes, and at the end of the season, we will have 1 scholar athlete take home a scholarship and $5,000. Tonight's scholar athletes are both quarterbacks from Berwick. Quarterback Matt Lonchinsky. He's a senior and a member of the football and basketball teams. He's a 4.0 student and a member of the National Honor Society and also on the physics team. He plans on attending college to major in civil or mechanical engineering. Adam Hawanitz is our Valley View quarterback. As you know, he's on the football team, but also a member of the basketball and track teams. He's also a 4.0 student, a member of Student Council, the Math Honor Society, and is the treasurer of the National Honor Society. He plans on majoring in business and finance in college, and in his spare time, he volunteers at his church, at Challenger Little League, and at a Valley Youth football camp. Bob, 2 very impressive young men.
Absolutely. You want your quarterback smart, and they are definitely at the top of the heap. Whatever the flag was, they're going to wave it off. It may have been something with a mouthpiece or some kind of equipment.
We got to get them on.
Yep, an equipment thing.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to start the 4th quarter. 14-3 is the score. Valley View with their best drive of the night. It started at their own 24. Adam Hawanitz had his first completion of the night for 19. And right here, it's 2nd down and 10. Little pitch to Connor Hilling, trying to get outside. Cuts it back. He didn't have much, but he made something out of nothing. And inside the 30 he goes. Valley View now, I think, in 2-down territory, and Hilling limping.
Oof. He's really, you know what, every yard, he's just getting pounded. Again, nowhere to go. He tried stretching it out, and again, he got 3 yards really, really difficult way by that, all on his own accord.
Harrison Snyder, the junior, with the tackle. So Valley View now with a chance to keep this drive going. Again, the play comes in late. They hustle. Hawanitz with a hole. Oh, he throws it before he got to the line. He has a figure law first down. He connects with Liparillo, I think. And it's going to be up to the 16. Nope, that's Safkoff, excuse me.
Well, you just mentioned how smart Adam Hwanitz is top of his class, doing a great job. Again, heads-up play for a quarterback to make something out of nothing. Again, key first down, keeping this drive alive.
Cougars in the Allied Services red zone for the first time since the first quarter. Connor Hilling, that hole closed quickly, but he powers his way in. Breaking tackles to the 5.
He pulled out the old running back drill where your hand goes down and you keep your legs churning on that.
How about a 12-yard gain?
Watch this. They go with that inside ice, and he just lowered his shoulder. Now, right here, ball handling drill, right there. Putting that hand down gave him an extra 4 yards with that tumbling forward. That was all Connor Hilling on that one. Again, great effort.
Allied Services red zone again. Can Valley View convert? Cut this lead. Zapkov, pick up a block. He does from his fullback, and it's a touchdown, Valley View. An impressive drive, maybe the best of the season so far for Valley View.
It's a short season, but you know what? They needed to get that to prove to everybody that they're not. We can be down, but we're not out. And again, he earned everything on this. And again, I understand why they fed him the ball, but he's going to need some oxygen and some Gatorade on the sideline.
9 plays, 76 yards for Valley View. And that was off a Berwick fumble, so they convert that. They're going to go for 2. That will make it a 3-point game.
Well, we know they have a field goal kicker, too.
Hwanitz looking. Flips it out. Mimo, did he get there? I don't think he did. And it's good. Oh, they're saying yes. They say the 2-point conversion is good.
Well, they're pulling it like Coach Hwanitz wants some swagger and confidence, and he's pulling it out to show these kids he believes in them. Watch this effort right here. Again, great pressure off the sideline or the edge. And again, watch his effort in here. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. He got the pylon. Good call by the referee.
Yeah. It came in late, but
yep.
Yeah.
An excellent play by Mimo and the Cougars, and you can feel the momentum on the side of Valley View now. Now they have a jump in their step.
The stands are back. Here we go again. Watch this. Adam Hwanitz gets a snap, looks to his left, comes back right in there. And he leads that ball out before he went out of bounds and his backside touched.
How about Don Mimo, what he did for this team last year? Adam goes down. He leads them to a district championship.
Yeah,
I mean,
when you're surrounded by great teammates, it makes it easier just to plug and play. And again, Coach Hwanitz has done a great job with this entire community of football and the community itself. I mean, that's a credit to the coaching staff and how hard these kids work and understand the offense, defense, and special teams.
That's his first catch of the season. Now, last year playing quarterback, he threw for 416 yards and had 3 touchdowns. And, of course, as I said, the 4A championship. So Nielsen tees it up. Berwick on their heels. Let's see if they can make something out of this. Sheptok trying to pick up a block. Kaharski with a big hit first, and then the rest of the Cougars are there. And trying to get the crowd going, and Berwick at the 25.
This NFL season on Fox kicks off Sunday, September 11th with a huge doubleheader. First game is the Detroit Lions as they host Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds. Then the New York Giants take on the Tennessee Titans. Fox NFL starts Sunday, September 11th, only on Fox 56.
Okay, Berwick back out now. Their lead cut to 3. They need first downs. Banks may have had a face mask, no flag. He gains 2.
Nice job with the Valley View defense, gang tackling on the Berwick sideline right there.
Now, when you look at the offensive defensive line, one thing I know George Hwanitz likes to do is not play the guys on on each side of the ball. They like to have them separate, right? So
correct.
How much does that help now getting a rest maybe for some of the offensive linemen and the defensive linemen after that last one and a huge hit in there?
Nice job. Yeah, he likes to try to do 2 platoon as much as he can because, again, your athletes are fresher. When you got guys going 2 ways and possibly 3 ways, by the fourth quarter, they're in trouble right there. Nice job with the lead in there. Again, look at that. All there was a sea of blue jerseys in there. Nice job.
I didn't see who came in from the linebacker. Starting linebacker Zach Lewinsky got hurt in the second quarter. He's been out ever since. We hope he's okay. Sophomore. But this Cougar defense trying to step up. Here comes the blitz. Laczynski. Pump fake. From his ankles. Throws the ball. It goes incomplete. And here come the Cougar crazies back on the field trying to get the ball back, and Berwick will punt.
Gino Barone did an excellent job from his linebacker position, putting pressure on, and he literally grabs Laczynski by the ankles. Again, had his hands up, and look at that. Good job. Again, great job by the secondary. That's what the defense needed, that shot of adrenaline. After the touchdown, they get 3 and out. Now let's see if the Cougars can convert this into a touchdown.
Remember, Laczynski last week threw for 248 yards. That was a career high against Southern Columbia. So good job by the Cougar defense there. Wilk with the punt, and it will go out of bounds on the Cougar side, right around the 43. So Valley View trailing by 3. They come back out. 8:23 left in this game. And really, it's picked up some of the excitement now. The Valley View crowd's back into it.
Yeah,
and the offense they've picked up a little bit, too.
Put your seatbelts on, baby. We got 8:23 left in the game. Difference of 3 points. So let's see. This is going to be pretty amazing if the Cougars can now get down there in scoring position.
Remember, Berwick has not beaten Valley View since 2010. And they do it here in the Cougar Den. Quick handoff, Hilling inside. No room. That hole closed quickly. That looked like Tristan English, who made the tackle, number 34, a guy we talked about before in the second quarter.
Adam getting the play from the sideline.
I mean, remember, coming in, Valley View only had 5 returners on the offensive side of the ball, and they just haven't got things going yet.
They haven't gelled yet.
Yeah.
The offensive line has some question marks in there. Adam had a question mark coming back from a major injury. I mean, this young man we know can play.
Hilling to the outside with some speed. A figure law first down inside Berwick territory. Gain of 10. And Hilling is starting to feel it.
He is, feed him the rock, keep him going. He's the hot hand right now. Look at this. Great job in there. Look at it. Puts his shoulder down. Bang. Again, you want to try to punish the defender as a running back.
Wilk made the tackle for Berwick. Trying to Hawani's with a nice hole. His best run of the night. Gain of 8 almost. Some extracurricular.
Well, the Cougars went unbalanced to the short side, their sideline. They had 2 extra men on that side, and that's why that play was successful for Hawani's.
So if you're Berwick now, what do you need to do?
Do what you did for the first 3 quarters. Just start playing solid football. Do your job, play your responsibility.
You're going to run blitz? You're going to start sending some people? I mean, they haven't shown they can pass the ball.
No, that's why, put 8-9 guys into the box because of their running game.
That's what they do, and they go out to the far side. It's caught by Kaharski. Kaharski pulls it in. It's a figure law first down to the 10. A gain of 25 for Valley View.
Nice
what a
job.
great catch by the senior.
AJ, nice job. Good concentration. Again, we talked about the passing not being effective. Second half, Adam is starting to come back. He's starting to feel it too. And a great haul there by A.J. Kaharski.
First reception of the night inside the Allied Services red zone. Quick toss. Hilling looking for room. Good job just going north and south and gaining 2.
That's that same unbalanced formation that they ran with Hawanitz. Now they did a toss play to it. Interesting. I wonder if they're going to come back with some kind of a bootleg with that.
Play comes in. Clock rolling.
Yep, plenty of time.
The District 4 champs trailing. Excuse me, District 2 4A champs, excuse me. Hawanitz with a hole, and it's taken out low by Kishball. He gets to the 6. So brings up 3rd and goal from there. And Kishball gets up gingerly.
Here we go. They went with that unbalanced look again. Hawanitz cuts back inside because there's nothing to the outside. When they do that, those outside receivers really have to understand their stalk blocks are key to the success.
So field goal to tie or go for the win right now? It's 4:45. What do you do?
I think George is going to try to go for it. He's been gambling all night with a fake punt, doing some 2-point conversion.
Timeout. Timeout before the ball was snapped. Coach Hawanitz ran onto the field. Okay, Amanda now into the a lot of purple in there. Amanda, we talked about that, but you know, Valley View fans, maybe they get some smiles going now.
Seven.
We'll get to Amanda in a second. Dr. Todd's smile cam. But an audio issue. We'll get to her, back to her in a minute. And there you see Berwick. I think we got a DKB transportation timeout.
Watching Coach Bo Orlando in there. He just put his hand on his face. He's still coaching the D-backs, and he's really fired up, making sure that this defense, he's telling them right there. I saw the 2 fingers. He said, don't be surprised if they come out with 2 plays, no huddle.
When you want your team to come back from what it was from the 90s, why not bring some of the best players back ever to coach, right?
Why not? I mean, his
Orlando,
resume speaks for itself. I mean,
he's now the athletic director, and he's obviously coaching. Went to West Virginia, played for the Houston Oilers. Doesn't get much better.
His resume, he's well qualified, that's for sure.
So after the timeout for the Cougars, Hawanitz rolling, looking, tosses out to Jewell. He sheds a tackle, and he's tackled short of the touchdown. He's at the 6-inch line. Now the call is easy, right?
How tall is Adam Hawanitz?
6'4".
Yep.
Jewell almost pulled it off. Sheds a tackle, nice job there, and just couldn't get the ball over.
Nice job. Look at that. He tried, again, Adam, heads-up play, jump pass over to
I think you're going to see another timeout by Valley View. They're just discussing it over there on 4th and 1. I think the quarterback sneak is the right call. He's 6'4".
Oh, gosh.
Right?
And again, they're going to be playing, the defense is going to go double-A gaps, and clock's at 0, so now,
You have a DKB transportation Valley View timeout. I think it's pretty simple, right? 6'4", and you need 6 inches. But what a drive by Valley View. I mean, they've come out in this 4th quarter, and they've owned it.
They've done a tremendous job changing. Looks like a completely different team from first half, second half. Mike Fell and Chase Shuckers, the junior and sophomore inside tackles for Berwick, have a tall order right now, trying to make sure they don't get blown back. They're going to do a submarine technique. We talked about that.
Let's go back to Amanda now, and I think we corrected the audio problem. Amanda, how are they feeling down there?
It's feeling good down here. I'm with tonight's Dr. Todd Smile Cam, brought to you by the Valley View student section, our unofficial president, Logan McConnell. Logan, why are you guys the best student section in District 2?
We bring the most energy, and obviously we have the best football team in the Valley.
And what are some of the themes that you guys have done this year?
We have Hawaiian, USA, painted, and camo.
Awesome. Can you get your guys together?
C-O-U-G-A-R-S! 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 C-O-U-G-A-R-S!
So they are getting their team going. Oh, Amanda got out of there. So 4th and 1, they're going to go for it. As we said, 6-inch line. We think it's a quarterback sneak. What do you think? Yeah, you're going to push them. And no signal. There it is. Valley View comes back, and they lead this game. 3:39 left. The Cougars trailed 14-3. They scored 2 unanswered touchdowns.
Oh, you'll see right in there again. Number 65, I would have said, look, Bruce Hartman, you can't stand up. And he did, and he got driven back that extra yard. Again, high school football at its best right here in Jack Hens's Stadium.
PAT is up and good. What was a 11-point deficit is now a 3-point lead. 4-point lead for the Cougars. What can Berwick do? We'll find out on the other side. Cougar faithful, very excited. Their team leads by 4. 3:39 left in the game. They trailed by 11 at one point. Nielsen with the high kick. Sheptock for about his 15. He's down, yep. So now, Berwick lost a lot of momentum. How do you get that back now?
They're going to have to just get that first down and keep that drive alive. And I mentioned at the beginning of the second half, I hope Coach Bennett doesn't need those timeouts. He only has 1 left. So this is going to be key, that they're going to try to get in plays to the sideline, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
2 weeks in a row, Berwick led, only to see the opponent come back. Can they do it for the first time and beat Valley View since 2010? Or are they going to start 0-2? Lachinsky back. Get it out quickly to Sheptock. He has plenty of room. He's down the sidelines. He did not go out of bounds. Bo Sheptock in for a Berwick touchdown. Oh my. 77 yards for the sophomore. Wow, this crowd is stunned.
Yeah, there's a hush came over the crowd as well as me. Again, quick hitter play, like we thought it was going to be going out of bounds. But Bo Sheptock, he's showing you the difference between a 4.4 and 4.5 speed right there. And he took it to the house. Great effort by Bo Sheptock.
The Sheptock name synonymous with Berwick.
Yes, it is. And
his dad's an assistant coach. Yep.
His uncle is the head coach at Bloomsburg.
Peters on for a very good extra point, and a flag comes down. The kick was good. Do we have roughing the kicker? We did. Roughing the kicker against Valley View, so that will be assessed on the kickoff.
Correct.
But it's back to a 3-point lead for the visitors.
Plenty of time, 3:22. We saw, wow.
We talked about the lack of a passing game, but really in the fourth quarter, that's what they're doing, both teams. Except for Hilling, but Hwanitz has completed a couple passes, and that one, Sheptok broke.
And you said Lachinsky threw for 224 yards last week. He's getting back into the rhythm right now.
Wow, what a turnaround here at Valley View.
Oh, we said, put your seatbelts on, folks. Yep. This game's getting out of crazy, and it's exciting as all get out.
You know, second and third quarters really were the lethargic, but this fourth quarter, wow. Some great high school football going on here.
And it shows the character that these coaches bring into their programs and preach to their players. Don't give up. It's not over till, 0-0-0 is on the clock. And we just saw that. I thought Berwick would have said, oh, here we go again. They came right back and went right down the field, scored.
Give a lot of credit to the Dogs and the coaching staff. So after the penalty is assessed, Peters will kick it off from the Valley View 45-yard line. Deep kick will go, and it'll be out to the 20. So week number 2, we're here. Next week, we go to the Wilkes-Barre area, brand new stadium. Right, we have the Wallen Paw Pack taking on the Wolf Pack, as the Wolf Pack will open their brand new stadium, the first ever game there, and we are excited to do and bring that to you right here on MyTV. Then we'll head to Loyal Sock, as I mentioned, on the 16th, then up to Dallas, and Dallas is laying it on Crestwood tonight. Valley West still trying to pick up that first win. So,
yeah, what a great next 3 weeks we have scheduled for Friday night rivals.
Well, we still have a game to complete here. I think there's still some excitement. Hwanitz back. Gets it out. And gets it to Tahid Jewell. Hwanitz has been like faking the run and then passing it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's becoming a master at that. I'm like thinking, wow, they're going to say he's over the line of scrimmage. But again, he's a smart, headstrong young man. He knows the game. And Jewell pulling in a key first down to keep the Cougars going.
So after the figure law first down, quick toss to Hilling, trying to find something there. He's pushed back his forward progress. Takes him for 3 yards, though.
Again, Hilling, they go with the toss play here. Why not give him? He's a hot hand right now. Give it to him. Feed him the rock. Keep this drive going. And again, he had the majority of the yards last series when they scored.
Just one timeout for each team remaining. Now, Berwick believes their defense was the strength coming back into this game, into this season. Let's see if they can hold out here. Hwanitz back, looking. Loses the ball. He gets hit from the backside. 71, Coach Harrison Snyder.
Great job as a defensive lineman coming in here. Keeps the pressure, keeps his feet moving, and watch that. He just grabbed them from behind. Nice heads-up play.
Third and long now, facing Valley View.
The only thing that did was stop the clock, which is a benefit right now for the Cougars.
Hwanitz looking right and throws it out in the no man's land.
The battle of the 11s right there.
Yeah, Zafkoff almost pulled that in.
And Billy Hansen on the defense for the Dogs. You'll see it again. Good ball right in. Oh, again, those guys were like neck and neck. And again, the defenders, a defensive back's allowed to go for the ball also. So there wasn't any pass interference on that.
So the offense stays on the field for Valley View, trailing by 3. Fourth down on the way. A flag comes in. Hawanitz has the figure law first down, but I think this one's coming back. Side judge threw that. And as a legal procedure, a costly penalty for the Cougars. So 4th and 12 now, facing Valley View. Mike Bennett trying to get his first win as the Berwick head coach.
Illegal formation, 5 players in the backfield against the offense, 5-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
With one timeout, I think it's too tough to punt here.
You can't. Coach Hawanitz has to get that win. He wants to get that win for the kids and to keep the program. I mean, not keep the program, but keep things going in a positive direction.
2016, the last time Valley View started without a win. That took 3 games. Hawanitz on 4th down. Over the middle. Has Jewell. Makes the catch. Has a figure law on first down and a gain of almost 20 yards.
Brings the life back into the crowd. They're back into it. Once that chain's set, the clock will start. Play management right now is going to be key, and that's hurt them in the first half.
Hawanitz's arm, one of the reasons this team made the comeback. 90 seconds left. Hawanitz steps up. Looks down, a wide open Mimo. He makes the catch. It's a figure law first down at the 25. A huge gain, but if he stayed on his feet, he'd be in the end zone. Now come up to the ball and probably just, put it down, stop the clock. Oh no, they said Berwick called timeout.
Here's that play. Adam Hawanitz is playing so smart. Again, trying to make things happen, rolling to his right, throws across his body. That's why Mimo had to come back for it. His momentum was going one way. He reached for the ball. Great concentration.
Mimo came out without any catches, and he's had a couple big ones here. And it's a DKB transportation timeout for Berwick. So Valley View will get that down back. It will be first down. They didn't have to stop the clock.
Well, again, heads-up play to do that. I didn't realize that Berwick had called their final timeout.
Yep.
They're saying, I think there's 1:21 should be put back on the clock.
A lot of time left for Valley View, trailing by 3. They're going to put a second back on the clock. Either way, both teams have played outstanding here tonight. As I said, not much in the second and third quarter, but this fourth quarter is one of the most exciting fourth quarters we've ever seen.
That these two teams are battling, and again, there's so much on the line for both programs.
Hawanitz going to just take it himself, and he's knocked out of bounds, looking for a flag. They didn't get it. Right on the corner there. Did gain some yards, about 3, and stops the clock.
Here's the replay on that. Again, they went with a quads formation to the Berwick sideline. Hey, it's late in the game. Unless it's blatant, they're not going to throw the flag. So,
Valley View still has that one timeout.
So they got quads left, and they got a single flex tight end.
Plenty of time. Hawanitz, but he's hit from behind, and he goes down. What a great job by the secondary from Berwick. Held him up there just enough time for Schneider to come in to make the sack and a TKB transportation timeout for Valley View.
They have to take that again. Number 55 just stopped his feet, and he allowed that. I'm telling you, Schneider has done a tremendous job out there keeping that pressure on.
If I'm Jacob Nielsen, I am kicking on the sidelines. I don't see him. Figure you need maybe 10 yards or so. He just have one field goal tonight. It was 33 yards.
Well,
so you needed to get to at least the 20, right?
Yeah, they will. Again, he had it was 33, right?
Yep.
33 yard. He might prefer the right side of the field, so they might run a play to get him more familiar. And then who knows what's going to – I mean, like you said, he's not warming up right now. So I think Coach Hawanis is saying, I'm not playing for a tie. We're going for the win.
Empty backfield except for Hawanis. 4-man rush. Hawanis down the middle, has a man. It's caught inside the 5. I think it's Luperillo who made a nice catch, a beautiful pass from Hawanis.
They go with that quads left, flex the tight end, which was Luperillo, and a great job. What concentration.
Inside the Allied Services red zone, Hawanis just puts it down at the 3. Let's see this one again.
Here we go. Hawanis. Again, the one thing he's doing, he locks in, and again, the ball's just a little underthrown. He had to come back shoulder. Great concentration, falls forward. Look at that.
Why was he that wide open?
They were excuse me, I'm getting excited. They're looking at Adam Hawanis, and they saw him start to move, so the D-backs start to come up.
Yeah, he's been doing that more in this fourth quarter. He's been running to the line of scrimmage. Let's look at this one again from ground level. Great job by John Gumble again.
Look at that, right there.
Hansen has to make the game-saving tackle. From the 2, yep, Hawanis powering in, and it's a Valley View touchdown. Three scores in a row for this. These two teams have been going like a middleweight fight back and forth late in the rounds. And it's the Cougars now with a 3-point lead, an all-important extra point here for Berwick.
Let's see. The Valley View coaches were talking to the head official about something, so I'm not sure what we have going on.
I have a 9-play drive, 80 yards after Berwick took a 3-point lead. Are they talking about the time? There's no replays, so.
No.
So Nielsen they don't need a field goal from him.
No,
they just need a PAT.
Right, we still have something going on with the head official. He's back here on the Valley View sideline. Each time, the last 2 times, the Cougars tried to kick the extra point, he blew the whistle.
So Jason McDermott goes back to the middle of the field.
He's going to the Berwick sideline now.
Okay, here is the PAT. After that, 80-yard drive from Valley View. They respond in kind. Big extra point. Movement up front. Who moved first? So now the Cougar defense, once they make the kick and kick it off, will have to come up big again. Still plenty of time for Berwick, but they have 0 timeouts. So this PAT got even harder now.
It just did. And it's going to be interesting. Bobby said about the kickoff. Would you kick it deep to Sheptok? I think I would squib it myself, but.
Good snap, good hold. Bad hold, and it's a no good. It goes, it's blocked actually. It was blocked. That is huge. It's a 3-point lead for Valley View, 24-21. But what a job by the Cougars.
Incredible.
To come right back.
Again, this is part of what coaching, when you preach to your kids, never give up, always fight. And both sides, like you said, middleweight fight. Here's the block kick right there. And that was number, just couldn't see.
Didn't see that one. So in this second half, Valley View has outscored Berwick 21-7. It was 14-3, folks, at the half. But this fourth quarter, everyone finally drank some energy drink and woke up. Tons of lights flashing in the parking lot. Everyone's
Here's
excited.
The touchdown.
Yep.
Adam Hawanis. Nice job. They kind of go with a quick count on that. They did this time. They spread themselves out, as opposed to a lot of teams will go double tight end, double wing. They bring all 11 players in the box. They spread them out. It gave Adam Hawanis a nice, easy touchdown.
Let's see what Nielsen does, Coach. Little high kick. It's in no man's land. It's still a live ball. We saw this last week, and
Yes,
it goes
we
out
did.
of bounds.
Well,
Boy, a break for Berwick, because they'll have it at the 35.
Yes. Again, we saw that pooch kick last week every time by Lakeland, and they actually got 2 recoveries from it.
Okay, what do the Dogs have in them? Can they respond? They did last time on
Illegal
one.
procedure against the kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
So all they need is a field goal.
To head this into overtime.
Yeah, Luke Peters, the lefty, shown a strong league tonight. Doesn't have a field goal this year. The defense will be a little bit of a prevent, but they're going to come up on the receivers. Here comes the 5-man rush. Lachinsky is taken down, and it is
Ryan Banks, or excuse me.
Gain of 0, so not a sack.
That was Dylan Walsh.
Clock rolling. Receivers come back. Lachinsky looking. He's got Kitchball over the middle. He didn't see him. He's taken down.
Valley View, Preston Reed, outside linebacker, just came. They're going no huddle. The Cougars have changed to a 3-man front.
Now, there was a receiver all the way down the field. You got to bring him back, and he spikes it. So it's going to be 4th down and 16. 15 seconds left for Berwick. And the Cougar crowd on their feet. He had Kishball open.
He did.
And he just couldn't get it to him. Well, you know Berwick has the speed on the outside. It's 4th and 15. Let's see who they get it to. And will Valley View send the pressure? They're going to set up in a prevent. Could be another heartbreaking loss for Berwick in this stadium. He's going to go long, double coverage to Kishball, and he almost pulled it in. That will do it. 7 seconds left, and Valley View is going to survive. Their first game on the new turf, and George Hawanitz in his last season is high-fiving anybody he can find.
You know, again.
Great game by that guy, too. Dylan Walsh, that linebacker. Our Army National Guard players of the game, though, are going to be Adam Hawanitz and Connor Hilling.
Without Connor, just, I mean,
he just willed them in the second half.
And Adam's arm, you know, that was the difference in the game. I really feel that he felt so comfortable and made such great passing plays.
There's been a lot of celebrations in this stadium before for district champions and whatnot, but I have to think this is going to be right up there. Anytime you beat Berwick and anytime you come back from trailing by 11 points. Amanda's going to give out our FNR trophy, and this one might be hanging somewhere someday, and they're going to say, remember when we were trailing in that game?
Well, that's it. Never give up, never surrender. And you know what? The Bulldogs are a team to be reckoned with. And I feel bad for their next opponent they have because They're kicking the door, and one of these days it's just going to blow off the hinges for them.
Well, Berwick has to travel back up to District 2 next Saturday to take on Abington Heights in the pit. Valley View, meanwhile, will head up north to Honesdale, and Honesdale pulling off a nice win tonight over Wyoming area.
Well, and again, watching film with Wyoming area last week against Tunkhannock, the one thing Tunkhannock didn't do was tackle. So I'm sure Honesdale really worked that. And congratulations to Coach Russick up there in Honesdale.
A lot of congratulations on both sides, and really both teams played their hearts out. I mean, this could have gone either way, and instead it goes the Cougar way, and it's because of our two Army National Guard players of the game, Adam Hawanitz and Connor Hilling. And Amanda, two happy Cougars down there with you.
That's right. I've got two very happy football players here. Connor, talk to me about how exciting it is to play here on this home field and what the energy was like tonight.
We needed to get back here. We took a tough loss last week. We weren't ready to go. Obviously, I think we rebounded this week. We needed that. That was an identity game for our offensive line, for our defense, for everybody. For him, he played a heck of a game coming back from everything. I mean, we're ready to go now. This is good for us.
That's right. A bit of a slow start. What do you think was the change of momentum in tonight's game?
That fumble. They caught the ball. We were down 14-3. It gave us a little bit of momentum shift. And once you start going, you don't stop. That's how we play. That's how we've always played.
How would you best describe that fourth quarter?
Dominant. I thought we played an awesome fourth quarter. From start to finish, aside from that one touchdown they got. But all in all, I thought we played an awesome fourth quarter.
Adam, is this a game that you can gauge where the Valley View offense is for the rest of your season?
I think this shows teams that, hey, you can't pack the box and blitz us. We can throw the ball all over you. We just did it here to end this game.
Adam, Connor, congratulations. Great game tonight. Best of luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Bob, back to you.
11-point deficit turns into a 3-point win for Hawanitz and Hilling, and congratulations to the Valley View Cougars coach. And boy, on the other side, first the bus is late. The bus problems, you're late to the stadium. You come out, you lead at the half again for the second week in a row for the Bulldogs. But they couldn't hold on again. But things to build on for Mike Bennett. But, I mean, it doesn't get any easier next week, and the schedule's going to be tough. But what do you say if you're Coach Bennett?
If I was Coach Bennett right now, it's like, guys, we're there. It's right there. We have to finish, and I think that's going to be maybe emblazoned on a T-shirt for this week for the Bulldogs. Finish what we started. We're there, and we just got to go till the end of the game.
Well,
it's not hard. It's not much to say.
Valley View came together in the fourth quarter. This can then now propel them maybe into something big.
Well, the confidence that Coach wanted to get back for his team, they got it. They were down 11 points. They came back and did a tremendous job. So hats off to the Cougars and their staff and all their players and families.
Hopefully next week's game lives up to the hype as well. Wall and Paw Pack down at the new Wilkes-Barre Stadium. Looking forward to that. That'll be Friday, September 9th. We'll be on the air at 7 p.m. We might need a week to just settle down and take a break. But what a great game here in the Cougar Den. Outstanding job by our director, Bill Murphy, our producer, Steve Phillips, graphics, Tyler Florian, Tyler Peterson on audio, and John Klingerman, and all the camera people
guys,
as well. Yep,
great job. Great job.
Great job by our crew, and a great job by Amanda. So for Jan Seachak, this is Bob Ide saying, woo, so long from the Cougar Den. There you see the final score. Number 10, Valley View, survives.
You're watching Allied Services Friday Night Rivals, presented by Tom Hesser Dealerships on MyTV WQMY.